It was a crisp autumn evening, and I had just finished dinner at a friend's house in the countryside. As I made my way home, I decided to take a shortcut through the woods. The path was narrow and winding, with the trees forming an almost impenetrable canopy overhead. The moonlight barely pierced through, casting eerie shadows that danced with every breeze. Halfway through the woods, I felt a sudden chill run down my spine. The temperature seemed to drop, and an unsettling silence fell over the area. I brushed it off as just the cool night air and continued walking, but the feeling of being watched lingered. Suddenly, I heard a faint rustling in the underbrush. I stopped and strained my ears, but the noise ceased as abruptly as it had started. I took a deep breath and resumed walking, only to hear the rustling again, this time closer. My heart began to race, and I quickened my pace, glancing over my shoulder. That's when I saw it. A small, shadowy figure darting between the trees. It moved with unnatural speed, barely visible in the dim light. I could feel its eyes on me, cold and piercing. Fear gripped me, but I forced myself to keep moving. The figure appeared again, this time directly in my path. It was no taller than a child, but its features were grotesque and twisted. Its eyes glowed a sickly yellow, and its skin was ashen and mottled. It let out a low, guttural growl, sending a wave of terror through me. I took a step back, my mind racing for a way to escape. The creature advanced slowly, relishing in my fear. I stumbled and fell, scrambling to get back on my feet. As I did, the creature lunged at me, its clawed hands reaching out. In a moment of sheer panic, I grabbed a fallen branch and swung it at the creature. To my surprise, it recoiled, hissing in pain. Seizing the opportunity, I got up and ran as fast as I could, not daring to look back. The path seemed to stretch on forever, but eventually, I saw the lights of the village ahead. I burst out of the woods and into the safety of the open field, gasping for breath. I glanced back one last time, but the creature was gone. Shaken and exhausted, I made my way home and locked the door behind me. That night, sleep eluded me as I replayed the encounter in my mind. The image of the creature's twisted face and glowing eyes haunted me. The next day, I told my friend about the experience. He listened intently, his expression growing serious. "You're not the first to see it," he said. "The locals call it the Shadowkin. It's said to be the restless spirit of a child who got lost in those woods long ago. They say it preys on those who wander the forest alone at night." I shuddered at the thought and resolved never to take that shortcut again. The memory of that frightful encounter stayed with me, a reminder that some things are better left undisturbed.